Hello guys, so welcome back to YouTube, and today we have an analysis video. I want to talk about the Not Forgotten and the Linus Half nerf. So here I showcase a gameplay using the Linus Half, and you know I just want to record it because it was a very nice gameplay. But First, first I want to talk about why they get nerfed and the feeling of the people that grind so many hours and days and frustration to get one of those weapons or both. Um, and I agree with those players that farm this weapon because I always say in Destiny 1 that if Destiny can reward players by skill or reward when you get better at Crucible. So that really depends of if you understand what is my point. That I always wanted that Crucible give you a good rewards, for dedicated players and for players that really love Crucible and invest a lot of time. And I think that they're they did well. Pinnacle weapons for me are not a bad idea. But the way that they implement those weapons, um, versus the castle players, those are the more effective because I know my skills, so I know where are my limits and what people I think that I can face and what people I can't face. 1v1 or including for those weapons. But the point is that I don't have the Not Forgotten, so most of the time when I have an encounter with again the Not Forgotten, most of the time I use pulse rifles and ranged weapons because I know that my loose health at long range is not gonna be very effective. So the point here is that, like, for those people that doesn't that at least have this, how maybe at close range maybe they can be effective, but at middle and long range not too much. And the way that for crossing players feel is like if they neither have Luna's Hall and Not Forgotten, they are forced to use maybe ranged weapons and something that I don't know if they like to use. And for me, that's the problem because Crucible is about use every weapon that you really want. But the problem is that when you get a full lobby of stack 6-star stack of players with meta weapons like Luna's Hall or Not Forgotten, probably you're not gonna be able to use the weapons that you really love or you really like. So you're forced to use maybe a ranged weapon, a weapon that maybe you don't like, or maybe that weapon that you're using are not very fancy, even with those two weapons. Because I understand the power of the Luna's How. I already have some videos about using the Luna's How, and that's just the Luna's How. The Not Forgotten is another level. So I understand the players that doesn't have it, maybe because they don't really play PvP. But here's the point: castle players that maybe like PvP and don't have the Luna's How, I understand because they're castle players and they just want to enjoy the game and enjoy the Crucible, not to be most of the time very competitive. But people that really don't like Crucible maybe don't have these weapons because they really don't enjoy playing Crucible, so they're not gonna how this weapon unless they're gonna pay. Because I know people that pay for those weapons and I understand, so I don't blame for those people that really pay, because if they really can't make it alone, they're gonna try to make help and they're gonna get the weapons at all cost. So if is it the mean that the people really don't play Crucible, like just PvE, but really he want to add the Luna's Hall or the Not Forgotten to the collections, even he doesn't use it. He doesn't know to use it. I understand. So, but most of the people that really complain about the Not Forgotten, also Luna's Hall, but most Not Forgotten, because the Not Forgotten is, like I say, is another level. And I really, I understand people that have it, they're Not Forgotten, and I understand that most of the time they're gonna use it because it's a crucible weapon. So most of the time you're gonna use it in crucible. You can use it wherever you want, but in wherever place and wherever activity you're going to do in Destiny. But it's a crucible weapon, so most of the time you're gonna see it in crucible. And for people that are complaining with this weapon that can't compete with this weapon, most of those people maybe also have the Luna's Hall, but they can't compete. And maybe those people that can compete maybe enjoy to use other weapons, but they use Luna's Hall because it's the only option they have to compete against the Not Forgotten, even that the Luna's Hall really don't full compete against the Not Forgotten most of the time because of the range. So and they're forced to use always the same weapon, and that's always you see a full lobby with Luna's Hall or Not Forgotten. Not because it's the only weapon that can use it, because if they see people that are using Not Forgotten, probably they're going to use the Luna's Hall to try to compete. And the guys and the players that are affected here are the casual players, because they are in full lobby of Luna's Hall and Not Forgotten in both teams, or maybe against those people that have those weapons. And
3 minutes left.
Bungie have decided to hear those people that are really complaining, and I don't blame, because the Crucible right now is not very enjoyable. I think, like, it's not fun to use the same weapon over and over and over again. I think that sometimes the players force that too much, and I think that's the problem. So they going to maybe nerf and make an adjustment to those weapons, to maybe they're gonna think, okay, maybe those weapons I have a little less time to kill, because they are going to convert the weapons to 150 frame rate, not 180. So in that case, they think that they're gonna steal strong weapons, but for me, maybe they're going to make it a little bit different, because the time check is not gonna be the same. So that means that other weapons maybe are going to shine, and that's the only thing that maybe a little bit sided. Not because they nerfed it, it's just because maybe I have a little window to use another weapon that it doesn't be that have to be the Luna's Hall. And I'm not that kind of people that spam the same weapon over and over again. Maybe if I force it to use it, or maybe in competitive that most of the time you're gonna try to win. And my speculation is that they delay trials of the 9 or Cyrus, whatever trials they're gonna bring, because of those weapons, because they know they're going to be very nasty in the trials, and the people maybe don't have it and try to get flawless, probably gonna be disadvantaged. So I understand that it's more about the cosplayer, because I think that maybe 80% or 70% or maybe more people that really like Crucible and play Crucible from Destiny 1, and not just from Destiny 1, just play Crucible from Destiny 2 and really like and really enjoy the Crucible, probably have at least Luna's Hall, because that's what I see when I join the Crucible, that the Luna's Hall is not a rare weapon for me. The Not Forgotten, yes, but not in the south. And
A well-fought victory.
you know, but I think that those guys are not complaining, but maybe they're thinking, oh, finally I can use another weapon because this house is gonna be nerfed and it's gonna be strong,
Like you,
but maybe other weapons like
you
also gonna be strong.
You just are.
Following the light.